I came to the school wanting to walk out the realities of God, wanting to walk out my true identity, wanting to see that actually just playing out in my life and walking out naturally with the fullness, with the full realities of what that is and how that looks like. I read and constantly was drawn to the book of Acts, and God was saying, you will lay hands and the sick will recover, you will raise the dead, you will set the oppressed free, and then not seeing that. And I didn't want to get to the end of my life and thinking that I'd actually not walked in the fullness in all it is. And it's not just healing, I understand that, but that was kind of an area where I feel that the Lord really is drawing me to have a heart for healing the sick and just setting the oppressed free in whatever area. But first and foremost, for me to be walking out that reality in my life. And so I'm so glad I was introduced to this school. As I heard a friend of mine tell me about her experience there, Genevieve, it was kind of, that sounds like, to start with, a bit far-fetched, but I'd done a lot of studies already, and the bridge over was actually just perfect for me. There was just holes that needed plugging in that I specifically had questions on, and the way it was explained biblically for me to see that I am no longer the old person and that there's no more work to be done. That's awesome. And just the way I am translated from darkness, the kingdom of darkness to the kingdom of light, was so amazing to me. How it was put forward as well made it simple in the drawing that was put forward. Seeing that visually just really clicked with me, something so simple. I kind of knew it mentally, but really somehow something hadn't quite settled with me. Coming from a very religious background, there was so much that had to be shaven away. It's taken a bit of time for that to happen in my understanding, but actually I have to say, I really feel like I've just come back settled in that identity. I know it was a word we used quite a lot, didn't kind of know what that was going to feel like, but I do feel settled in my identity, knowing I am a daughter of God, knowing that there is just no alternative because of the new seed that's been planted in me. The old seed just isn't there. So that's awesome. I knew very much it was about renewing the mind already, but this has somehow just clicked with me in such a unique way for me, a specific way I needed. So I'm just so grateful that I can walk out the realities now of what's been was already seeded in me to be able to walk those realities out. So just feeling more complete in that, more solid in that, and that there's just no alternative, because that is just who I am. So that is wonderful. And also it's great meeting a new set of people who were on that same drive that really wanted to know Christ more, and God had been talking and pulling, and we could tussle over it, which was awesome. We could ask the questions. And what was also amazing to just see people being transformed during the process, minds being changed, shifts happening. So a real wonderful experience, and just then walking those realities out as a team was also great to see that, what we each of us may have struggled with, and that it was trial and error. There was room for that trial and error. That was also great. So thank you. So glad I came. Was a big effort to come, if I'm honest, but so worth that effort, and so glad to be back and being back actually settled in the new identity. So looking forward to, God was already kind of telling me where we were moving as a couple, my husband and I, and it's just underlined so many things for us. So watch this space.